new accent.
He is posh.
Yeah, it's not actually Craig anymore. This is Alistair.
Oh,
He's our new recordie bear.
he's our butler.
He is our bearler. It doesn't matter, but he is recorded.
Cool. Last time we turned some people in, made some friends, and learned more about other friends. That about sums it up.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, which friends? Can we put names to these friends?
Oh, just like the law enforcement here in Arth Davis.
Ah,
Yeah, the cops like us.
that's
We
right.
got that much going for us.
Right. Oh, yeah. And then we decided what to do next, but I don't remember what that is, right?
I somehow have zero recollection.
I feel like we actually decided on something, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I can't say I remember.
Can do a history check or
I wouldn't. No, I mean, that would be weird.
Well-
That would be really weird. And that would require me to like have a not photographic, but perfect memory of what you decided you wanted to do at the end of that session.
Well, I could be wrong. So, but I really feel like we're like, yeah, we're gonna be doing this. We're gonna be.
I know.
We had a goal.
You know, if only we recorded these sessions.
Haha.
Mhm.
Did we learn something from all the interactions we had with the other sheriff about a specific heading or something?
I don't think so.
Okay.
We didn't talk to the sheriff about anything like that. I know that we have slightly more comfort with the notion of talking with creepy beer succubus men, but I don't recall if that was what we were going to do.
Creepy beer succubus man?
Angelus, was it?
Angelov.
Angelov.
Yeah, we were gonna go over there.
Sure.
That sounds right.
Where is that?
That was in the warehouse district of the city, which you've been to before. Is that what you're going to do?
Yeah.
I
Yes.
guess so.
Till we remember the other heading we might have had. Sounds good.
Cool. It obviously takes a little bit of time, but you do find yourselves in the correct district, standing out front of Angeloff Brewing Company, where you've been before, perhaps a little apprehensively, but everything seems normal. You weren't accosted on your way there.
Sheriff, do you want to lead the way in? You tend to be the one who gets on well with people.
Can do. All right, I'll take point on this one.
Sounds good.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, right, and we did send a missive ahead on this particular topic, correct?
I'm sorry, what?
We did send word ahead on this particular track, right? I seem to recall we sent at least one letter.
I remember that you got sent a letter by them saying, please come and collect your reward. Did you send a letter
Yeah,
back?
we got a letter, and we sent a letter saying we felt really weird about it. And
Okay,
I feel
sure.
like we received maybe a second letter?
No.
No? Right, in that case. Let's head on in, say we've got business with the boss.
All right.
Cool. Ouch. Let us see. Just trying to reach out and find someone of it that looks important. You do, and they kind of lead you back through this facility, this brewery, back to the familiar door that you found yourself at before. This frosted glass that says Angel Off on the glass door, and they kind of present you to the door, and they fuck off. For lack of a
Bite the
better
bullet,
term.
as they say. I will respect his privacy by knocking first, but assert our authority as adventurers by coming in anyway.
It's a fairly odd course of action.
Entering the space, you immediately see Angeloff himself looking up from his desk, in the midst of putting some desk activity in order. 1 second as I go through my lexicon. Welcome, come in.
Angela, long time no see.
I've been waiting for so long.
Yes, we got a little tied up in some other business. Rather unpleasant, unsavory events. A couple of people needed helping. You understand how it is.
Sure.
I'll just cut straight to the chase then. Know you're a busy man. there was talk of the resolution of that last job that we had on.
Yes, of course. And he starts fiddling it within a drawer in his desk and starts. You can hear the sound of coin kind of sloshing as he ends up pulling up a modest-sized sack that he just ham-handedly slams to the table. And
It's just that it feels a little odd that you're still paying us, considering that, to the best of our knowledge, the job was not accomplished.
no. Job is complete. All taken care of. No problem.
How exactly is it complete?
It's no issue anymore.
What's that?
You want the gold or not?
It's like, well, I suppose I won't say no for our troubles. It's like, this job was very expensive.
Make a perception check.
Just Flint?
Sure.
Oh, damn.
23. For but a blip of a moment, you see a yellow flash cross, like almost cascade across his eyes. That's it.
I'd like to make an insight check to see if I understand what exactly that means.
Okay. Maybe it's just the lighting.
Well, I'm gonna have a personal guess on that, and I'm just gonna let that go for now.
Okay.
Well, I suppose that means our business here is presently complete, and I'll go ahead and start taking the money.
I have a question, sir. What happened to the succubus? I'm asking because while I know it may not be my business, it feels a little bit like my business considering that succubus killed me to the point where my team had to go through a lot to bring me back. And I don't feel comfortable just accepting blindly that is not out there ready to do that to others.
And make a persuasion check. They won't be bothering you anymore. And they see him kind of point over to a corner where there's a chair up against the wall, and on that chair you see the collar that the succubus was wearing before broken and inert.
What happened to her?
We'll call it change of profession.
What's she doing now?
Hell if I know.
Where is she?
I don't care.
Can I get a reminder on exactly what the job was to...
You were supposed to bring her back.
Huh, okay.
Sorry, you said that. Sorry, that there was. Sorry, recap what the situation is right now. Who was it? Just a device in the chair, or was it the?
Yes. It was the
Okay.
collar that. Remember, there was like a little
Was
control
broken,
rod that
yeah.
he had, and then like a little collar that kept her under control. That was the whole thing he discovered.
Hmm. And she was wearing that collar last we saw, right? It just
That is
outside
correct.
of his control.
That is correct.
So, like, outside of game, well, actually in game, honestly, because this is just Tower piecing things together. Tower's guessing she's controlling him in Tower's own mind.
Oh.
Like, that's Tower's assumption here.
That is also my guess.
Which Tower is uneasy with, but it wouldn't really say anything in this moment because it doesn't really have much to say.
It seems odd that you don't care about her anymore.
I'm a fickle man.
What can I say? Sometimes old flames flicker out. Well, if there's nothing else that we can help you with at the moment, I think we'll be taking a step out.
Yeah.
Have a wonderful day.
Before we go, we are a group of folk who do work. Is there any work that you are looking to have done? Not saying we will do it necessarily, just curious as to what you might be looking for these days.
Can you brew?
Oh no, it was not in my skill set.
Then no.
And have a pleasant evening, and I hope life meets you as it should.
And he'll bid you adieu.
All right, I'm gonna bring up the mind link after we leave the room. So he's not exactly of his own possession, is he?
Oh, I don't think so. But I'm wondering if that's a bigger problem or a lesser problem based on what the situation was before.
Did he have it coming problem?
But also is a bigger monster in charge now as well.
Right.
Possibility.
I feel like we should keep an eye on this tavern and kind of see what or brewing company and see what their going ons are.
Yeah, this here sorting algorithm of evil is all over the place.
It is an interesting legal question.
Mm-hmm.
But staking out, I don't think, is a bad idea whatsoever, at least for a while. It's not like we have any other pressing matters. I believe this was the big one. I think we will also need to deal with Hines down the road, but
not until we head back that way,
right.
most likely.
And I think also we should give it a little time to breathe and let Liwa perhaps rest up a while, because I would like to have her with us when we go.
Yeah.
I think Liwa has suitably taken off at this point, correct?
Oh, yes.
Oh, she jumped on a small boat and sailed off on the river there.
But she did request for us to reach out to her if and when we do go after Hines, specifically.
Right. Yeah, and I suppose we would want her to have some time in between that anyway.
Right. And I don't think we have any, guild business on our backs right now, there's the question of the one guy in What's-Its-Fuck still in our cell back home, right? Or did that get resolved?
Did not
By
get
resolved, we mean passed off to my deputy, then yes.
Right. Well, anyways, this would be the pressing thing, I think.
Yeah, maybe we just let this thing decant for a couple of days, see if anything happens.
Sure. Keep an eye out around the area.
Get some fat rabbit.
Do some shopping. It's a very it seems now safe in the city, and it's a very large commuter one. There might be some goods here that we've not had access to in the past.
It's true.
Cool. Also, I did just kind of update this little Pantheon list. I got rid of the alignment stuff, as I said. I feel like maybe these gods lean certain ways, but it's weirder to me to have that on them for some reason, and I instead replaced that with their common depictions, if that makes sense.
That is very nice to have.
So Beck has a head of, is often depicted with the head of a crocodile, that sort of thing.
And is the god of semen.
Just in case anyone ever cares about that.
Right.
Cool. The amount of coinage, if you go to look for that, I believe the agreed upon amount was 25,000.
What?
Wow.
I want to say that's true. Let me double check that.
I'll take your word for it.
Holy shit.
Don't let me tell you otherwise.
Like we need more money.
Well, we got
Time
some
for a
shopping to do,
shopping
maybe.
spree.
Yeah.
One of us did get ganked.
Yeah.
That's true.
And also, it's assuming the succubus is in charge, she does kind of owe us her life. We did set
In a
her
roundabout way, yeah.
free. Well, yeah, kinda. We definitely could have killed her. Pretty easy.
So that's 6,250 each.
Yeah, I'm not seeing that number written down hard, as a somewhere. So I'm just gonna go with that though, because
You have a
I
good
know
memory.
things you don't know, and it all makes sense to me.
That was
6,250.
50.
Okay. This is a lot of gold.
God.
I'm gonna convert some of this into platinum just to
There's a local bank here.
I
Of course.
can't believe how much money I have after buying horse armor.
it is time to bask in the rewards of lucrative business.
Is there somewhere around here we can find that might be able to enchant a cart?
Enchant a cart. How so?
So that it may fly under our control for a brief while. In addition to perhaps enchanting some horseshoes that our horses may do similar. I think that's something we're all interested in having happen.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, right on,
yeah.
right on.
Yes.
Okay, right on. I just want to make sure we're all on the same page and I'm not just speaking out of my ass here.
Oh no, man! If I can get some Ride of the Valkyrie shit going,
Yes.
quick. Which one of our characters is the best at opera?
Oh gosh. I might have a pre-programmed one somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Let me see something.
It wouldn't be my voice, but
I'm imagining Tower on a flying horse playing a shitty MIDI version of O Fortuna.
Yes, that's precisely.
Okay, so it's only ever that.
What
And
even do I buy with this?
Yeah, because honestly, if we're trying to do a bit of a stakeout, we can hang around here for a while and see what comings and goings we see.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, nothing's super pressing.
Okay, well,
We can do a
that
whole
makes
downtime month or
that
whatever.
nice and breezy.
God, this is a
Ooh.
moment where we could straight up have a downtime worth of just time.
I will say,
Mhm.
you know that there are
Right.
people definitely causing, or there seems to be people with intent to cause problems in this world, and
Yeah, the moment I said that
I'm
out
excited
loud, I
to.
remembered
I'm
that
excited
Silas is an
to.
asshole.
I'm excited for you to give them a month to do what they're trying to do.
So we do need to get on that lightning rail shit, though.
Yes, I suppose. Yeah, we do have Silas out there doing some stuff.
I'm just looking for that crafting section again that I like to use, so I can think about what that means. Oh, I know how the crafting and all that works. That's not what I need. I need to see the price of what you're asking for.
Breakdown. Waiting for
Crafting
you.
magic items. Ooh.
If I lose it all.
Where is the rarity by spell level?
Oh boy, I could not help you with that.
Yeah, I'm like dancing around it. I know there's like a little table somewhere.
Right, it's
but,
always
like,
that's always the thing. It's always some information in a table, right? And there's not like contents of specific tables, is there? Like that'd be weird.
crafting magic items, common.
They definitely had those in 3.5.
Interesting. Like a
Because I see
glossary
this
at the
thing
end of
that
the
says
book.
crafting magic items, item rarity, common, creation cost 100 gold, minimum level third. But that's your character level to be able to do it. That's not the right one.
Mm-hmm.
I basically want to find scrolls. I need to look up scrolls. I feel like scrolls give me like a rarity by level, and then I can go look at items by level. So you're looking at both of these spells that you're trying to enchant both horseshoes with and the cart. They're both uncommon. I think that's good news for you in terms of cost.
Sounds much more doable than something like rare or very rare.
Okay. You know, the problem I'm having though is that sounds so fucking cheap for what you want to do.
Well, for what it's worth, we are going to have to do 4 sets of horseshoes.
No, I know. And I'm gonna go look at that right now too.
Ooh.
Horseshoe.
You know it would be a good acquisition for law enforcement and also paladin brutality. Just the sneezing and choking.
Oh shit! Yeah, it would.
Just use that as a fucking grenade.
It's fucked up, bro.
Oh, well, see, the horseshoes that you're describing, there are horseshoes in this book that are essentially that, and they're marked as very rare.
Ah, the plot
But they do come in a set of 4. So I suppose I should take that into consideration. Wow, I didn't really expect to have to do math.
In D&D?
Oh, that price makes a lot more sense to let a horse fly.
Yeah, this is what I need. If this was any other build, I would have purchased a dwarven thrower by now.
Okay. Do you want to hear the damage?
Yes.
No, but tell me.
Actually, I didn't figure out there's more damage because I didn't figure out how long it would take someone to enchant this. That's pretty important too.
Oh yeah, custom order, very rare shit.
Where is that little table that I was just on and moved away from like a fool?
Isn't it something like 100 gold pieces a day? God, please don't let it.
It's
like
50 gold a day.
Oh God.
Yeah.
So
I'll
we
let you
gotta
know
go
now.
leave,
While I'm
right?
looking for this, I'm just let you know this is quite the undertaking, and you may shit your pants upon hearing about it.
To be fair, that is also just like for one person working dedicated on the thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what if I went and helped?
Oh.
It'd be possibly 2 people. Fucking hell. I hate how, especially when I'm like, I know I can see the page in my mind, but I just can't turn to the page. Tools. Trying not. It's here. I know it's in here, and I must be going right by it.
You have those little tape flags, right?
Yeah, but not for that. Unless that is exactly what that was for. Is that a downtime thing? It was, and that was what was flagged. Thanks, Brian.
Anytime.
That's awesome. I love that you guys know each other that well.
Oh, there's a magic item crafting time and cost, and it gives a cost straight up. That would be so much more helpful in these scenarios, and it's actually cheaper than that. Okay, so it's going to cost... I don't even have to do calculations. It's going to take 25 work weeks, and it's going to cost
Wow.
around 40,000 gold to get the job done.
God.
That's about a quarter of the price I thought it was going to be.
That
because
seems doable.
because those magic items I was talking about, they cost by the normal Dungeon Master's Guide, they were in the 100,000 gold range piece.
Oh shit!
For the two sets of or they're 50,000. So 100,000 together, I think, for the two horseshoes. Not even factoring in a cart by any means. So this is way cheaper.
Yeah, as far as like getting to 40,000 gold, Tower can absolutely pitch in at least 10,000 of that, probably closer to 13,000.
Don't you think the 25 work weeks is a problem?
No. Is there a reason why it should be a problem?
I don't know. I mean, that's a long time
It'll be
to be
the better
without
part of a year before we see the fruits of those labors.
It's not gonna be any faster later, right?
Right.
So why not start it now if we're always gonna have to wait that long?
Well,
I understand Aranoa's issue.
Silas.
I understand what Aranoa's issue is. If you commission this, I mean, you don't have to lose the horses, but you basically be losing the cart, right? They have to have the cart to enchant it.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, we'd just be hanging around this city for 6 months. Oh, also?
The 6 months is my concern, personally, given the immediacy of what we are dealing with.
I wasn't thinking we'd have to stay here that long.
Let's negotiate a little bit, because that also is that final number was me just doubling a number because you want 2 of the thing, right?
Huh?
That's just that final number is also, I think, based on like a character trying to do it. No, was that true? I've lost.
I think I'm not getting something. We want 2 of something.
Yeah, you want 2 sets of the horseshoes for sure.
We need 4 sets of horseshoes and something to get the cart flying. We got 4 horses.
I thought this was just to get the cart flying.
Well, we gotta get the whole party. Like, if the cart's like, that's my thought. I don't know about everybody else, but
okay. So here's the problem with the project: is that those horseshoes exist in this book, and they are categorized as very rare. And this very rare magic item crafting and cost says that it costs the time and money 20,000 gold, 25 work weeks.
If we were to go on a quest for materials for this particular gig, would we be able to knock both time and cash off of the final product?
Don't see why not.
And I assume that a lot of that is also just like the time and labor for procurement.
Yes. So, in addition to facing a specific, okay, blah blah blah.
But the number is now 100,000. Right?
Well, it's 80,000 plus whatever the cart would be.
Oh, because that's not necessarily
creating an item comes with a gold piece cost covering other materials, tools, and so on, based on the item's rarity. Those values, as well as the time a character needs to work in order to complete the item, are shown on the magic item crafting time and cost table. And then if it was consumable, we'd be having it. This is not consumable. Though this is not necessarily one character doing the task. This is a place of business, which is why I was going to negotiate the work weeks, perhaps.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, if that's based on what I'm hearing, we'd also need to be paying like additional cost for the actual labor. So it's not just 20,000; it's 20,000 plus 25 work weeks worth of labor.
No. This table is combining. It's just telling me how many work weeks it's going to take and what the total cost is.
Okay.
For that item.
Yeah, this is the downtime list, right? So that's just a person spending their personal time doing something off screen.
Yes. That's why I was like, there's negotiation here, maybe work week wise. The cost,
if we make it,
maybe not.
If we make it some other guild problem, it'll probably get done faster.
It's what you're trying to do, and that's why I was like, hold on. It's not like you're going to make this. Where is the other thing? Because, okay. Divide the time needed to create an item by the number of characters working on it. Use your judgment. Okay. So each person that helps the project is going to lower the work weeks by the number of people, right? So 4 people are doing the work, and it takes 25 work weeks. You divide it by 4. Is that what this is saying?
Yeah.
Fair enough. I'm going to roll a random d6. And it's not going to be random. You're going to see it, and I'm going to roll it, and that's how many people could possibly work on this project at this guild. Oh, I just rolled it. There you go.
Nice.
There's going to be 5 people.
Cool.
That's 5 weeks, approximately.
That's a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
Well, right. That's for one of these, so that's still we're still looking at about 6 months. Am I correct in that?
Let's create the bill with this enchantment build. The bill is you want 4 very rare items, right?
Yeah, and honestly, I'm looking at I looked up horseshoes
And 1 uncommon.
in the compendium, and this is not even what we were looking for. Like this is less than what we wanted to do.
Why? What is it?
I'll do a quick little boop-de-boop. I don't know why they're so much worse and why they're so expensive, but these kind of fucking suck.
4 inches?
Right, yeah. So it's not flight, it's more like levitation over, rough surfaces, which is fine, but
I
it's
was
not
gonna
flight.
let it active do it instead of this. It's a fly spell. Is my
never
thinking.
mind.
And that's why you're.
Yep,
otherwise,
ignore
you're
my
gonna
bullshit.
go find a magic shop and buy these hooves. You want to custom get flying horseshoes.
I love it. Yep, I'm into it. That's way better. Thank you.
It is better, but it's also a little worse because it's not like you're going to have untethered flight at your disposal. It's still, you won't have to concentrate on it, but I think the time limit is still there as flying is.
Right. Once a day fly spell on all these items. That's totally. I'm into that.
It's like you're
spell,
as what I see it as is like Fast and Furious, right? You're a family. You hit the nitrous button.
Yep, I'm into it.
So it's just 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that's 10 minutes of flying wagon horses. I mean,
yeah, I think that's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, what's a horse's normal speed is 40 feet, right?
Wait, but wasn't the goal to actually just avoid rocks and terrain and stuff?
Yeah, you
Or
can do
are
that
we
when you're flying.
way
for
past
10
that
minutes.
now? No, I know, but I'm just saying 12 hours of being 4 inches above the ground may actually be more beneficial if that's.
Oh, this is up to 12 hours?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well,
For
the horseshoes don't stop functioning. It allows horses to go 12 hours without exhaustion.
That's
this
why
is
it's so
permanent.
expensive.
Oh.
Yeah, this is permanent up. These
Oh.
horseshoes.
Oh.
So honestly, like, yeah.
Are we gonna spend this whole damn episode trying to calculate a bill?
Maybe.
Sometimes it happens.
Weighing the cost benefit of flying horse temporary versus hover horse permanent.
Right.
And honestly, like,
I cannot give you fly permanently. That's
Right.
No,
that's the bottom
I'm
line.
not arguing that. I'm debating whether it's actually more beneficial to have these horseshoes versus flying for 10 minutes, which is badass and cool, but
right. Either way, we're paying for a very rare item, which was more beneficial.
Yeah.
I get that. Totally.
And what I'm also saying is, you're going to end up spending so much money to get these 4 sets of horseshoes that they're going to give you the levitation on the wagon gratis. Is that the right term?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that cost is kind of minimal when I think about what that takes comparatively to what you're getting with the horseshoes.
okay, so the
Thinking
cart
about it now,
is
I
always going to hover, and the horses have the ability to fly.
I think we're gonna match enchantments, whichever
Yeah.
ones we choose. Like I think
Yeah,
at this point
one
we do have
one does
a
not make sense.
okay.
Yeah, no.
For 500 gold more, I can put this bitch in the sky.
So the question is, do you guys want
Your
do you guys
your
like,
apparatus machine is either going to fly for 10 minutes or it's going to hover indefinitely.
Got it.
That-
Yes.
Right.
But the cost will remain the same, essentially.
Got it.
Once we fully calculated.
And time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I think Shaw has a very good point. The fly thing would be really cool. But it does seem like it's a more flashy one time a day use thing as opposed to a very consistent thing we can count on always. But I can go either way.
That is why we initially thought of this, right? Because
It
we
is.
were worried about all the terrains we were going through.
Hmm.
Yeah, it ignores the rough terrain, so
Yeah.
it's exactly what we're looking for.
Not only that, if we need to cross an ocean or some other such thing, we would have the capability of doing that.
Or lava. That's pretty cool.
So, any objections to the perma hover?
And it doesn't leave tracks.
Stealthy cart.
Hmm
The horse's best horse.
Does it still make noise like the cart? Like, do the wheels still roll?
Well, if the wheels aren't on anything, they don't have to roll, strictly speaking.
Exactly. If you want, it's going to cost you another 50 gold if you want spinners.
No, I was just continuing down the stealth route of like, not that it's going to be purely quiet, but that it might also be quieter too.
Like, I just assume that in hover mode, the wheels go under like the fucking DeLorean.
Like they're
It's like
what's providing the
bang
boost.
bang.
Right.
Trails, where we're going, we don't need trails.
You know, in this world, I actually like that.
Awesome.
It would be permanently that way because it would never be on the ground.
Well, I
If
think
we
we
go
could
this route.
land it, right? It's not like we're
Mhm.
stuck up there. We could deactivate it when we chose to.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Any objections there, Noah?
Nope.
So we're going for the hover situation. Is that
Yeah,
what you're
just kind of the items
All right.
as are. Yeah, plus the card.
Now,
that we
That
use.
circle is hilarious. How you're like, this sucks. And they're like,
Yeah,
wait a
that's
minute,
true.
Look at
Yeah,
this.
yeah, you're right. I was totally wrong about these items. When I realized it was permanent, when we all realized it was permanent hover, it's like, oh, okay, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if this is how you're supposed to break down this math, but I rolled for 5 people to help. And even if we add up all the work weeks for all 4 items, I feel like 4 of those people just kind of cancel it back down to 25, right?
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah.
And then I
Out.
added the extra 5th person to have those weeks, unless someone else has a better understanding of how we should really calculate this.
Well, you just add up the total weeks and divide by 5, right?
Yeah, I guess so. But I feel like that's going to take a lot. I was trying to help you.
I was going to say I do, but I like your math.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Oops, sorry, everyone.
That's fine.
Mhm.
It's a difference of like 5 weeks.
Yeah, because it's either 20 weeks or it's 12 weeks.
Mm.
But Shra spoke up, so it's going to be 20 weeks.
No, Carmen did.
Yeah.
Don't.
No, Shraw's wearing the headband.
Fair, very fair.
The high and low wisdom moment.
All in all,
it's
I have
the
to say-
scarecrow at the end of the Wizard of Oz.
20 weeks for all that mess. Not the worst.
Did we actually
Quite
figure out if we
thankful.
can cover the gold though?
Yeah, the gold value.
Oh, how much?
That is
Yeah,
true.
how-
It's 20.
How heinously expensive is this? And yes, we can probably afford it.
Oh, I mean,
It's 80,000 without any tampering, right?
Do I really have 500 platinum?
I have 500 platinum. So
Yeah.
you probably
Okay,
do as
okay.
After the conversion, I have 1,500 platinum.
Oh
Hey,
my god!
This
Well.
is
That all being
this is
said, I
this
don't
is
think we have
arguably
it.
a future-esque fantasy western, guys, where the takes are big. All right, deal.
Oh
with
yeah, no, I love it. This is
Yeah, that's
and if we can
great.
do this would be fucking cool. I
A
just don't think
platinum
we
is 100 gold,
It's 10 gold.
10 gold.
10 gold apiece.
That's what I was thinking in
Add
my
the
head. I
zero
was
on the
already
end.
doing the.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we should each have, unless we have spent ludicrous quantities of money, somewhere in the neighborhood of 15k apiece.
Yeah, I mean,
I
I have
have-
more. So,
I
but
have a
You
little
have
more.
more than that? Weird. I only
Just
have
slightly.
13. Did I miss something? Doesn't matter. I have about
Well, 'cause I have a-
13,000.
Hypothetical and assuming, like,
oh,
a lack of...
oh no, that is right. Because I have 12,000 and some change gold and 548 platinum. So
That's very nearly what I have. Like,
So
Oh,
that's
really?
17,000 from each of.
Mhm.
Okay, let's. I think we're just gonna need to put our full numbers, like in gold,
17,000.
in
Okay.
chat. Just
let me
just
do
each of
the
us.
full math.
But again,
tax returns out.
one of you has already said, "Hey, if we try to go get materials, will this change?"
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, theoretically, we already have roughly 60K on hand, not counting any party cash that might still be floating around.
There's
we might be able
not
to cover
much
the
in
rest
the
of the
in the
cost with a
bag.
quest or two.
But I think the idea of going and getting
Calculating.
supplies and stuff to help with that would be a good call.
At this point, that kind of quest isn't going to dwindle the time as much as it will dwindle the cost. I'll say that much.
Yeah, I think that's what we need to do
Fair.
at cost.
Tower, you've been paying for a lot of things for everyone, and wasn't there a time that maybe you didn't accept payment or something? And that may be why.
That is very possible. I also did actually make a big purchase not that long ago in this Ring of Protection, which I would be willing to part with to get us up to cost if we are that close. Let's do some
I
math.
swear
Oh,
I subtracted my amount for the armor, but it really feels like I haven't, looking at the others' amounts. Because why would I have had 6,000 more gold, roughly, than everyone else?
I'm double checking my my other sheet.
How much was the armor? Was it like 6,000 or something?
That's why I was saying, look, my numbers are so similar to Aranoa's and Flint's that it makes me question whether
How
I
much
did
did it cost
actually
you to
remove it.
upgrade that cart as much as you have already?
Mhm.
Do we remember?
I do not.
Alec, if you're listening, can you text us? And yeah,
Just real quick.
I know you've been keeping track.
So should I subtract 6,000 from mine?
It's like my
Doesn't
numbers
that
are
seem
accurate.
really fishy?
My
I
numbers
just
appear to
don't
still
want to
be
do you
legit.
dirty. I don't want to charge you twice if you did. I wish we could.
But it just doesn't make sense why I would have, because we've been splitting everything evenly,
No,
right?
that's not even an answer we would find in a recording because
No,
we would
I
have given you
know.
a price and then you would.
I'm just purely
subtracted it or
using
not.
logic here. That
Yeah.
how would I have had 6,000 more gold unless I somehow started with way more money? But
I
why
know.
would
I know Flint bought a magic item or two from that shop because he has the monocle, the true sight monocle.
Yeah,
I
Tower
definitely
and I
do.
both threw money
Yep.
at that stuff.
Yep.
Okay.
But my
And
money is still
Aranoa?
up here.
What have you spent money on?
Cart.
Okay.
Oh, I'm saying it's possible.
Okay.
It's
I just
possible
wanted
that
to
you've
make
all
sure.
spent a few thousand gold
Okay.
over the
Different,
course
right,
of this.
yeah.
Differently, yes.
We are in the mid-level adventurer class right now. Our idea of stinking filthy rich is skewed given our previous tax bracket.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, is there any way of getting the price down? I know that we've been negotiating a lot here today, and I know it's been tough on us, and your group has put a lot into this as well, negotiating how many is going to be able to work on it and everything. But this is our current capability as far as financially currently. Is there any way that we might be able to do something for you folks or go find some materials that might knock the cost down to around 65,000 gold?
Also, I know, I hear you, but also I
Yeah, I
don't
know.
usually like to do this, but I do know that does Guild Artisan do anything for you guys with Aranoa's Guild Artisan?
Oh, shit!
I have advantage on persuasion checks with people.
Oh, it sounds
Um,
like you shouldn't be trying to do this.
Yeah,
Tyler. It
yeah,
sounds
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
guild to guild should be happening, doesn't it?
Rub some elbows.
Sorry, I'm
Looking for that
rereading. I'm rereading stuff now.
20k discount.
Out of
offering work.
80.
And offering work in it, you know.
Like, how big does the
Or a
floating crystal need to
layaway
be?
program, like paying
Layaway.
installments.
That's true. We could definitely pay an
Ooh.
installment.
Because we can make
I'd love
that.
to. I'd love to do a repo encounter. That'd be really interesting.
Oh god. Like eccentrics, bounty hunters. Yeah, we attract all of them.
Yeah, no, I actually don't get advantage on persuasion. I just have proficiency in persuasion because of my guild membership.
Ah,
Do you have stuff to sell?
Where's the spirit spoil bag?
You know, we probably do in our bag.
I am willing to part with this ring if it gets us closer. And it will. So,
We have
Yeah.
a ton of weapons.
Yeah.
5 spears.
That's just a regular number of spears for a fighter.
I guess it's not much that's really worth a lot, though.
Yeah, no, we've already cleared through all the expensive stuff.
this lightning rod, perhaps. But apart from that, nothing that seems like
But
it would
it's
get
so
too
cool,
much.
and it would get us through the wilds a lot easier.
That is true.
They don't talk about it here, huh?
Yep. What? It's gonna take. How long did we determine? 20 weeks.
Yeah,
20
about
work
5
weeks.
months.
Maybe
had to
we
get
can
down to 20.
convince to pay this much now and more. When it's ready.
Yeah, and we can try to take some more local jobs and make some more money in the meantime.
That does make sense to me. And of course, if they're willing to offer us one of those jobs, like
Of course. Yeah.
Man, I just wanted to find the name of this technology to try and help, try and say something about it. What the hell is it? I'm just going to go ahead and say, though, that we kind of alluded to this before, but you didn't have the background to figure it out coming from a town like Mayfield. You get the information from this guild that the technology required for such a thing is a encased elemental.
Oh.
You've kind of been encountering them before, and they are expensive and a bit hard to come by, and if you could get your hands on that sort of thing yourselves, that would drive down the cost considerably.
Where have we run into those?
You
Giant
ran
robot.
into... Yeah, that was definitely a place.
What was that?
Giant robot.
Oh,
Oh.
so, I have a, what is it? A glowing crystal shard that's lavender color. That wouldn't happen to be one of those, would it?
No.
Okay, just making sure.
These
I've
are
been scrapping
how...
so much stuff. I gotta check.
This is often... this is like... you've heard of things like sky ships being thrown around in this world? That's how they function.
Okay.
Or certain other technologies in this world. You get the gist from these people. That's how they function.
Well, we can definitely keep an eye out and maybe do some digging around locally and see what we might be able to find.
Mm-hmm.
But if you did want to leave the cart, I suppose, have your horses sized, you could get it started with the funds you have now, sure.
Excellent.
Shall we call it a half now, half later situation then? Just 40K for starting? That way we have some walking around money as well.
Also, as magical equipment, does it not automatically size to beaver?
25,000 gold walking around.
Well, if you don't want to be fun about it, fine. You'll just get generic horseshoes. But technically, you're right. Sure.
Just that would make it easier for each of us to just take 10,000 out of our gold real quick.
Of course.
At 10,000?
Yep.
Alright, 110K? Got it.
Cool.
And everything looks great. You're let known that if you don't pay the second half, well, just pay the second half.
Well, they have the items currently, so it's not like we're walking away with anything, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be hard to sell, though, I would think, if we couldn't pay it.
Yeah, that's true.
Just pay the second half.
Yeah.
Like, come on, surely we're not the only psychopaths trying to get a horde of flying horses.
So,
Alright, cool.
good golly, I know we're kind of at the end of our rope here for our meetup, but it's not for nothing.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
no.
Well, I suppose now you're walking away with horses, all your horses,
Mm-mm.
and a loose owlbear as well.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
shit. Yeah.
That's just what it is.
But let's remember that our cart is now being held in the city of Arthavis
For
Well,
the
time to
next
buy a temporary new cart.
for the next 20 work weeks.
work
Weeks, yeah. We'll have to track those.
Indeed. Does Elloria run the standard Gregorian calendar?
Meaning 7 days a week.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I
Gregorian
will
is
never.
not the right word, I'm sure.
I know. I'll never shake it up that much for us. I try to keep things a little. That's why our times in all our worlds that I run have a 24-hour period,
Mhm, mhm.
7 days a week.
That is
Maybe
appreciated.
I'll screw with the months if I decide to make a calendar for things, but usually
Right.
even that.
Cool. And then I
Sweet.
guess we're on a quest to find bottled elementals right? Encased, enclosed, encaptured.
Bound and abused.
Yeah, you don't have to find it bottled. You can bottle it yourself.
Oh shit. That's a whole other dimension of things.
Technically speaking.
Because
Yeah, I
then
mean,
that
somebody has to do the job anyway.
that's fair. And I mean, if we are able to bottle elementals, that could be a business all on its own.
It is.
Oh boy, there's so much to learn.
Actually, come to think of it, hold up.
I don't know that it would help with the cost, but you could technically go somewhere to try and buy one, I assume.
Right? Yeah. Right.
Or
If we can-
salvage one. Like, okay,
Ooh.
let me just lay it out for you as DM to players. There's many avenues you could take. You could go on a wild hunt to try and find an elemental to bottle yourself. You'd have to get the crystal or whatever that they use to house it. That's fine. You could go find a technology somewhere to steal it. Say these roving tank-like struck vehicles that you've seen the military use. Say that operates off of one of those crystals. You could go find one and steal it off of that truck, right? And bring it back.
Yep.
Theft, creation. I guess that's really where we're at. You could hope to find one in your travels randomly from some job you do that would have it as loot. That's possible too. Divine intervention. So I think those are the three avenues, right?
Well,
Creation, theft,
yes.
stumble upon.
For future planning purposes, do we want to start searching for a random local job to try to just make some coin locally? Or do we want to perhaps do this elemental hunting and capturing work and work on getting a crystal and perhaps a lead on a nearby elemental tomorrow? Or whenever next we speak? Because I don't think theft is a great idea, personally.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't cotton with that.
we've got plenty of time to make some money.
And if there's a guild, there's an adventuring guild facility, well, we'll say facility, it's like a stall. Out in Mayfield, you can bet your ass there's one here in Arthavis as well.
Right.
I feel like
You
it'd
can
be
you can
harder
always
to-
gamble to make coin as well. There's plenty of gambling available here in town. Here in city. It's not really town. It's much bigger than that.
I feel like it'd be harder to find an elemental, so we might need more time for that.
Agreed.
Either way, this guild was clearly starting on the horseshoes, which the apparatus we're talking about is mainly for the cart. So you got time to come up with it if you want to do that.
So just go ahead. What was that, Brian?
Sorry, just excellent.
So, looking for a more local job tomorrow and just keeping our ears out for the elemental then? Or
Are we going to be keeping an eye on the Angeloff Brewing Company
Oh,
too?
right.
that was definitely part of the plan.
Keep ears to the ground for.
So perhaps just lay low for a week or so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lay low, take a job,
Yeah.
earn our swag.
Cool.
Sounds good.
All right.
And as you head on to a local inn, I assume,
Yep.
the sunset sinking below the wall line of Arthavis. I think that's where we will stop for now. And then we'll see if this works. I think it will.
It's been a productive session.
Mhm.
Anything...
Agreed.
There's one thing I could say about it. That would be it. 20 weeks. It sounds
20
horrible, but truly, it is way better than normal. I can promise that.
Oh yeah, I think we're getting out.
We did the math together.
I think we're getting out pretty easy on this one for what we're getting in the end. Honestly speaking, like this is
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, I'm pretty pumped.
I just like to make sure it's fair. That's all.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna completely bust the whole game wide open.
Right. And I don't think this does. Like
No.
a mobile cart, I think is really nice. I don't think it hurts things that way.
Well, and I was just so worried. I was just thinking to myself, "Damn, was I giving them way too much money? I'm not worried about that anymore."
Don't worry, we will find a way.
Yeah.
Have a dream, will commerce.
And let's stop the recording. Oh, guess you're right.
That's gonna work out to be pretty rad.